Oh, I started this up. I should have got something to drink before I started this up. I've been too loud these last few times, and the mic too. All right. Sorry about that. That's a rough introduction. All right. Welcome to Live from Occupy City Hall. My name is Leslie Rolfe, and I am a member of the May 30th Alliance. We are on day 280 something. I'm sorry. I should know the days. I don't know the days. However, I am actually starting this live or doing this live in the effort to begin a new segment or a new, I guess segment could be the right word. And let me know how this audio is sounding. But in an effort to begin a new segment of the Live from Occupy City Hall series. And that segment is going to be called Commenting on the Comments or Commenting on Comments. And what we are going to do in this segment is we are going to go through different posts and read the comments on the post, and we are going to comment on the comments, have a video reaction to the comments on some of the posts. This is something that we've talked about doing before behind the scenes as a organization, and we just haven't been able to get to before. And so now I'm initiating it and beginning it. We'll go back and look at other posts from the past as well, and we'll continue to do it with posts that happen in the future. And there's two reasons why I want to do this, or two reasons why we want to do this. It's more than two reasons, but just for right now, I'm just going to go with two reasons. One of them is because these people should be known. If these people are leaving these comments and saying these things, we should get as many people as possible to see the comments that these people are leaving in these posts about human rights issues, because that is what this is: police terrorism, mass incarceration, racial injustice. People who are leaving derogatory things about these issues are leaving derogatory things about human rights issues. So we need to make sure that people know where these people stand at on these things. So that's number one. That's one of the reasons. And then the second reason to do this is because the racist people have too much reign on social media in Rockford and Winnebago County. And I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why the racists and the Trumps and the Trumpers and the Back to Blue people are the ones who run the comments like bullies in a high school. But that shit got to stop. It's got to stop. No more of it. So we finna go through these comments. At the worst, we gonna make them all have to keep on changing the burner accounts. We gonna start finding out whose pages these is and who know these people. All the people who be laughing when a story come up about black people or when somebody gets shot, they put the laughing emoji. We gonna get into all their names. That's what we need to do. That's what we doing here. And again, that was almost a car accident. It was an abrupt ass stop. But we are going to begin this. We're going to begin this with some comments from a post that I just shared not too long ago. And then if anybody has any recommendations, anybody watches this live and has any recommendations for some posts in which we should go through the comments and comment on the comments, send me the link to the post and we add it to the list. But let me go through a post that I recently shared, and let me go through the comments in this post. Hold on. Now, let me tell you what the post is of, because you're not going to be able to see the video. So on Tuesday, a man who works inside of Rockford, in the city of Rockford government, I believe he works for Public Works, but I don't know exactly what he works for. He came outside. It was after 5 o'clock. It was like Food Truck Tuesday was going on, so it had to be around 6 something. Comes outside with a bucket of water and with a broom, and he washes away what we have on the entrance here that says "Racist work inside." As he's washing it away, I hear him washing it away, so I pull out my phone, go over to film him washing it away, and I say, this is a video of a man washing away something that says "Racist work inside." I said, "Racist actions have emanated from inside this building." And then after I said that, he says, "I think you're the racist." And so my response to him was, "Really? You think I'm the racist? I don't think you know how racism works." And he goes and proceeds to go back inside of City Hall. So that is the video that I am going to be referencing in these comments. So now what I want to do is I want to go through the comments, because I've been just sometimes this has been a commonality. Sometimes in order to not cry at some of these things, you got to just laugh at them. So I have been tickled. Can't say pink. Ain't been tickled pink. But I was highly entertained by some of these comments that were left by all white women. These were all white women leaving these comments. I don't know if they're all connected to this man or what, but here, let me go through the comments. The first comment says, okay, let me read the caption that I posted when I shared the video. So I shared the video and I say, City of Rockford government needs to teach its employees critical race theory because this white man thinks I'm racist, and that's not how it works. So that was my caption. Then Susie Johnson, and I'm not sure if this Susie Johnson, this is Susie with a Z. I'm not sure if this is a real person or not, or if this is just a burner account. I went to the page. It seems like it's a burner account. To me, it looked like a burner account. But this is what Susie Johnson had to say back to me. She says, "You may not." Oh my goodness. Let me let my man do his thing. My man's doing his thing. Okay. Let me read you Susie Johnson. Stay with me. Okay, Susie Johnson. You may not be racist, but you are ignorant and prejudiced. You don't know this man. He's doing his job, nothing more. That doesn't make him racist or anti-black. Are you going to pay his bills and support his family if he gets terminated for not doing his job? You don't know anything about him, yet you label him racist? You have lost your message in all of this. You have become a nuisance, not a protester. The story has become writing in chalk and taping pictures, not the social injustice. You have created too much, quote-unquote, noise, and the message is being drowned out. I liked how she used that little metaphor at the end, the noise and drowned out. Okay, now, I'm going to dissect. Let's dissect this message, this comment that Susie just left. Because it's some shit to get into in this comment. Now, let's begin with this. You may not be racist, but you are ignorant and prejudiced. Now, I'm not sure if she's basing all of this off of this one video or if she's basing this off of previous videos, but I do wonder what she thinks. I am ignorant to some things. I believe that we're all ignorant to things, and we do all have prejudices and biases that we have to unlearn and relearn new things. So that is a valid point that she raised. I would say the same thing about her. And I would agree, I'm not racist. And the context of this video is this man saying that I'm racist. So off back, Susie then already kept it 100 and said she don't agree with dude. She don't agree with what he said. So let's just make sure that we on that. We keep that as a working point. She do disagree with him when he says that I'm racist. She says, I don't know this man and that he is doing his job. Now, this is not his job description. We do know the people and the manner in which they come and wash the chalk away, and that's not the manner. He did that for a personal reason. He was not told by Tom or by Kyle to go wash it away. And proof of that is that he did a very poor job of washing it away. It was the letter. Some of the letters was still there. He sort of smeared it instead of really washing it and getting rid of it. He sort of like smeared the colors. So it wasn't his job. So if it was any, and she talks about him being in jeopardy of losing his job, if anything, he was in jeopardy of losing his job if he was ordered to do that for doing a bad job. That was what was going to put him in jeopardy of losing his job. But she says, oh, I like this part right here. You have lost your message in all of this. You have become a nuisance, not a protester. The story has become writing in chalk and taping pictures, not the social injustice, which is very, again, this is one of those things where it's almost like, I don't know if she's trying to be funny or if it's because that's almost irony. The message is in the chalk. We're literally writing messages in the chalk. And the pictures she's speaking about are the memorials of people who've been murdered by the police. So I'm not sure if she's purposefully not stating those things, or maybe she think that we writing raps in chalk, or we like drawing pictures. Maybe she think we doing graffiti or something. I don't know if you can do graffiti with chalk, but maybe she think we doing something like that in chalk. But we are, but just so that we on the same page, we are leaving messages in the chalk, and the pictures are to send a message. So, and even the erasing of the chalk and the tearing down of the pictures is a message. It's sending a message. It's symbolic and metaphorical for the way that the city tries to wash away these issues, the way that the city tries to sweep these issues under the rug, and the way that the city tries to tear down these issues and throw these issues in the trash and discard them and give you a certain amount of time in which you can have grievances or seek justice. And so I think that I think somebody should talk to Susie, explain that to her a little bit. Okay. And so then I want to, and then so and somebody liked this. Who liked it? Jessica Tolan liked that comment. And then my response to Susie Johnson was, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I think I should say that, but Susie Johnson, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. And I want to make this clear too as I say this. It is people's opinions that I care about and I put in high value, and I don't deem to know everything. Far from it. I think that one of the things that I know best is that how little I know about certain issues. But everybody don't have no opinion or no voice when it comes to certain things. And it's clear that Susie Johnson has not informed herself about these issues or educated herself about these issues, and that Susie Johnson is just commenting to be commenting. I mean, even the fact that her first sentence disagrees with the whole context of this video being posted lets you know that she's not here from a logical standpoint. She's here from some type of emotional standpoint. So I don't give a fuck about people's opinion who come in like that. If you're not coming to actually add something to the conversation, if you're not coming with the actual perspective, and again, people come down here all the time who disagree with me or disagree with us or disagree with our stances. It's people who who may agree with the objective who don't agree with the methods. It's people who were maybe once agreed with the objectives and the methods who, because of their own personal ideological reasons, are waging a revolution or waging this struggle in a manner that's unique to themselves, who have come down here and not agreed with me. I've had conversations with them, and I'll continue to have conversations with people. If somebody comes down here looking for a conversation, I engage in a conversation. However, when we on social media, these white people are too comfortable with leaving these comments and being froggy in these comments, and then it being secreted and being kept private, and then they buddy with black people at baseball, football games. What's up, buddy with black people at the high school events and things of that nature. And so that's what we have to get out in the open. We have to end. So we got to put all this out in the open. So I didn't give a fuck about Susie Johnson's opinion. Okay, so now let's go to this next comment. From Jessica Tolan. Closing your mind to the opinions of others might just be the first step in becoming a racist. That's definitely not the first step in becoming a racist. The first step in becoming a racist has to have something to do with race. I just want to read this so we understand the type of a standpoint that these people leaving these comments is coming from. This woman says, closing your mind to the opinions of others might just be the first step in becoming a racist. You don't have to agree, but if you want to be heard, you might also listen. Okay, that's Jessica Tolan's comment. And then Susie Johnson also liked that comment. And again, just think about what this woman is saying. I don't think I can put enough of an emphasis on it. This woman is saying, closing your mind to the opinions of others might just be the first step in becoming a racist. She don't think that hating black people or believing in white supremacy or believing in white superiority or believing in segregation or not being around black people or exposed to black people or not being exposed to people of color. She don't think none of those things is the first step. She thinks the first step in becoming racist is closing your minds to the opinions of others. Lord Jesus. Okay, but that's why this critical race theory that's why they want to pull this out of schools and make sure it's not even pull out, make sure it's never in schools, make sure some of these things are never talked about and educated about or spoken about and then people are being informed about, because they want to be able to say, white women want to be able to say that they know the first steps in racism. This is a white woman saying that this is the first step in racism. Okay, let's my fault, y'all. Let's move on to the next thing. Let me move on to the next thing. Now this is where shit is gonna get real nuts. Shit finna get real nuts. And I want to make sure that my tone is not taken. I'm not angry or upset. I don't have no ill will towards any of these people in these comments. I want to make this is not personal. This is about exposing the thought pattern and the ideology of white supremacy, or quote unquote white supremacy, the false concept of white supremacy and white nationalism and racism. These things must be brought fully to the light. Fully to the light. Okay. Kelly Minnick says back to Susie Johnson. Susie Johnson, I want to thank you for defending the harassment of the man in this video. He is my husband. I happen to know this man and his character, and Leslie cannot be more wrong. He has been branded a racist because he is bald. Well, he has a medical condition that caused him to lose all of his hair. Cannot judge a book by its cover. And then that's loved by Susie Johnson, who's going and liking and loving everybody's comments. Now, this is something that is very, these type of things are very dangerous. This type of false narratives are very dangerous, because if somebody does not go through and watch this video, somebody just comes through and looks in the comments, they may think, first off, they may think that I called this man a racist, which I never did. I never called this man a racist. He called me a racist. The only person, think about this. In this 30-second, 45-second video, the only person that was called a racist was the black man. That's it. He came out and washed away something that said racist work inside. He did that of his own volition, because they have a method and a manner in which they come and wash the chalk away. We've documented it for months. That's part of why it's good to have receipts. That's why it's good to have receipts. We've been keeping receipts. So when people, because that's one of the arguments that gets posed later on is, well, how do you know he didn't get, it wasn't part of his job description. How do you know he didn't get told to do that? Well, Becky, I'll tell you exactly how I know he didn't get told to do that. Karen, I'll let you know exactly how I know he didn't get told to do that. Because they have a manner in which they tear down the memorials, and they have a manner in which they wash away the chalk. They come and do it when it's the chalk. They come and do it early in the morning. They come with multiple people with power washer and with push brooms, and they do it as a team, as a squad, like a lynch mob. That's how they do it. They don't do it as one man. They don't do it because it would take, and they don't do it with no broom and a little bucket of water. It take too long. It would be ridiculous. But however, all the white vigilantes who have done this of their own volition, all of those type of people come with a broom and a bucket of water when they doing it of their own volition. So we have, I have exhibit A, B, C, D, E, all of that in the videos as to the manner that is done when the institution says to get the chalk washed away. And then I have exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 about how the white vigilantes do it. And my mans who came out and washed away the chalk on Tuesday, he does not fall in the category of how the institution chooses to do it. He falls in the category of how the white vigilantes choose to do it. It's so fact, though, I know he wasn't told by the institution to come out and do it, and he did it on some white vigilanteism shit. So there we go. So again, not doing it off his own job. And then think about this. This woman is saying that this man was harassed. This is a white woman claiming that this white man was harassed by me walking up with a camera. Again, this video is online. This is why you got to keep receipts. Walking up with a camera and a phone away from this man. And I walked up and I said, he's washing away something that says racist work inside. Racist actions have emanated from this building. That's all that had happened in that video. And this woman is saying that that is harassment because of the white fragility in this city. And the king of white fragility is Tom McNamara. Tom McNamara is the king of white fragility. That's why he came out at that protest that was outside of his house holding his child he was holding his child and with his family next to him to exemplify, to give an exhibit of white fragility. The same thing. It's the reason that they tear down these memorials and wash away the chalk. It's the reason that these grumpy old racist white men have been tearing down Shannon's memorial and Faustin's memorial. It's because of their white fragility. See, we have a picture of Denzel Duvant that we will put up here, right? That 10 different instances, at least that I can think of, definitely more. 10 instances I can think of off the top of my head. White men have assaulted the sign. Think about what I'm saying to you. I don't want you to breeze past what I just said. At least 10 times, at least 10 signs were assaulted by white men. Inanimate, yes, the sign. I watched a white man punch the picture of Denzel Duvant out of white anger and white rage and white fragility. I watched a white man break 2 of the signs of Denzel Duvant and carry them with him up the street in the middle of the winter. I watched the white man punch the picture of Denzel Duvant and try to jump into a bus. He damn near got hit by the bus. I don't know if people know how buses run and buses work around here, especially down here. But you got to let the bus know that it's coming. It'll fly right by. The man damn near got impaled by the bus because he wanted to punch Denzel and run. That's what just seeing these pictures really does to these white people. That's what this chalk really does to these white people. This is not something that's being exaggerated or that's being done for some type of fun or something. It is effective. It is effective. She thinks it's harassment. Even the filming. I know that there's some people who object to filming. I'm going to tell you something right now. I've had multiple jobs and worked multiple jobs. I know that this there may be this notion on here because at the moment I'm choosing to do this at a full-time manner. People may have this idea that I never worked a job or I don't work or I don't like to work or I can't work. On the contrary, that's very untrue. I was an assistant manager for multiple years. And let me tell you something right now. You ain't paying me enough money. If somebody would have died inside the retail store I was working at, and then people came and put the picture up around the outside of the store, it's not enough money you can pay me to go out there and tear down those pictures while they filming it. It's not enough if they writing the name of the person down in chalk. Ain't enough money you can pay me to go and wash that chalk away. That's not in my job description. That wasn't said to be something I was gonna have to do. And even if it was or it is, I'm not doing it. Do what you got to do. I'm not doing it. So it says where these people stand at morally and ethically, and so we are legally completely within our bounds to film all of this shit. Completely within our bounds to film all of this shit. Filming that is not harassment. You know how many cameras done been in my face in the midst of this happening? It ain't once I done thought to myself, oh, this is harassment. It ain't harassment when they cashing them checks from the city, that blood money. Okay. And then she says here, and I don't know if this is a joke, if this is a irony type thing, something I don't get. She says, he is my husband. I happen to know this man and his character. That sort of confused me because if it's her husband, I would think she knows the man and his character. So I don't know if this is not untrue. I'm not trying to cast aspersions. We're not going into no deep dive about. We're not going to do no psychoanalyzing. We just want to analyze the comments, and that is something that's staying out in the comments. It's confusing. I'm just honest. And Leslie could not be more wrong. And again, I made no statements about this man's character. I never said nothing about this man's character, his personality, his beliefs, his ideology, nothing. Didn't get the chance to. He has been branded a racist because he is bald. Well, he has a medical condition that caused him to lose all of his hair. Cannot judge a book by its cover. Nobody ever said anything about this man being bald. In the video, he has on a hat. In the video, the man has a hat on. I have no idea what his haircut is like, what his hair setup is. I have no idea. It wasn't even something that I thought about. Again, watch the video. I'm on the chalk. I'm not zooming in on the man's head. I'm not making no analysis on the man's appearance. I'm not making appearance analysis. But if you put this in here like that and you phrase it like that, it makes it seem as if I just pointed something out about the man and his appearance, and that's why. And then I called him a racist. And then there's people who don't even watch the video; they just go through the comments. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. There's some videos I don't even watch; I just go through the comments. So I'm just keeping it a buck. I know that's what's happening. So it's people who gonna go through these comments and gonna be led astray, bamboozled, and hoodwinked by Kelly writing these things and thinking that some of these things were addressed. There was none of that addressed. But again, this is this white fragility. Imagine a white woman talking about how wrong it is that a white man was being judged by his appearance. Think about that shit. Think about if it's any justice in the world, white men will be judged by their appearance for the next 1,000 years. For the next 1,000 years. And again, I'm not saying but that is a fact. As a man, if something happens and I'm judged or if the fact that I'm a man makes somebody believe me less, or put less weight into something that I'm saying based off the history of men and women on in some type of specific circumstance or situation. What's up? What's up? That's not something I'm going to have some type of struggle over, some type of fight over. I'm going to continue to be genuine in my actions, continue to be honest in my actions, and continue to stand on whatever character I have. But I'm not going to feel the need to try to play victim, that, oh, this is happening to me because I'm a man. Oh, I'm a man, this is why this is happening. Because if context, if historical context is being used in anything, and if we are getting to a place of speaking about equity, again, not equality, but if we are getting to a place of speaking about equity, then it means that because for so often women have not been believed when it comes to a certain issue, that now women will be more likely to be believed and men will be less likely to be believed. That is part of what comes with equity. That is to try to justify the fact that so many people weren't believed before. The onus becomes on the individual to try to make sure you stay out of situations in which that can happen. And again, I say that from the standpoint as a black person, I feel the exact same type of way. The Rachel Nichols thing that happened, and this is a little bit off topic, but I think we're in a place where if a white person says something or displays some type of activity or some type of action that historically has been connected to racism and bigotry and white nationalism and white supremacy, we need to be in a place where they ass is in timeout for right now. You in timeout till we figure something out. Because that's the problem. You can't let a motherfucker show you who they is, and then once they show you who they is, you just push it off to the side. So when motherfuckers start being, we need to be, okay, you know what? You that's a little bit too close to sounding like your grandfather, your great-grandfather. We got to put you on hold for a second till we evaluate some things with you. And so the same thing needs to be done for white men. When white men start doing shit like washing away chalk that says racist work inside, hey, they ass need to be on pause for a second. Let's look at some of your other actions. Why are you doing this? This is not your job description. You going out of your way to do this. Why do you feel the need to take this action? All right, I got a little bit off subject. A little off subject. That was a little rough. That might be, a little rough. Okay, so let me go back. Let me say my next comment. So I responded back to that with, Jessica Tolan, I don't care about your opinion. You're taking time out of your day to comment on this, and I haven't seen a single comment in any other post on my page about people being murdered by police or falsely arrested. So I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I should have wrote, so I don't give a fuck about your opinion, Jessica. And that is facts. That is 100% facts. I do want people to understand that. If you got an opinion on about the language that's used in the chalk, if you got an opinion about people filming, people tearing down memorials, but you ain't said nan word about Fausto Guaitigo, Jose Gonzalez Jr., Denzel Duvant, Tyrus Jones, the murdering of unarmed people in the community, the mass incarceration that goes on in this community. I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion. Just save it. You really should, because that energy could probably be used to do something that's more conducive to your life. You could probably tell a loved one, it's got to be a loved one that you estranged from, that you could take the same energy to tell me something that I don't care about at all. And use that energy to say something to your estranged cousin or your estranged uncle. Maybe you got a brother or a sister that you ain't talked to in a few years. You should take the energy that you about to use to speak to me. You should take that energy and speak to them, because I don't give a fuck about what you saying. It's 0% chance I'm gonna give a fuck. So you should try to put that energy towards somebody who will care. And I believe that for all things. I don't go around trying to convert people about these issues. People that don't want to believe. When somebody was to pull up to the light and yell, go back to Africa, I'm not finna go make my stance to them as to why I should stay here. I might say, flip them the bird, or fuck you, or go fuck you. I might have something to say back, but I'm not finna give them no type of written comments and statements. When people be saying stupid shit online and posts, I don't be writing in the comments no 5-6 paragraphs and essays and shit like that. No, I use that energy for something that's productive, something that can be used to benefit. So y'all should do the same thing. Y'all do the same thing. Okay, and then, so now responding to Kelly Minnick. Kelly Minnick. No one called this man a racist in this video. Facts. No one said anything about his appearance. Facts. I find it ludicrous that this is deemed harassment. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. 2 laughing emojis. I want that to be stated as well. I used 2 laughing emojis because I genuinely laughed at this. That's why I didn't put LOL or LMAO. I genuinely laughed at when I read this comment. So that's why I put the 2 laughing emojis. He chose to go out of his way to wash away chalk, and he was filmed doing so. That's it. All caps. That's it. All caps. White fragility is the only thing on display in this video. Exclamation point. Again, facts. That was all. Everything that I just said was all facts in that video. In that comment. Notice the difference between my factual response to these comments and then notice their fictitious comments. Okay, so now let's go back to the response from Susie Johnson. Susie Johnson. Leslie Roth. I believe you said in this video that there are only racist people in that building. A lie. And I only saw one person besides yourself in the video. No, okay. I don't know what relevance does that have. Are you trying to twist your words to fit your narrative? And now think about that. She's asking me in this video, am I trying to twist my words? As she's literally twisting my words, which she will admit to later in the comments. But you got to think about this. Think about the mindset of these people. Think how the white rage must be building up inside of their temporal lobe for them to just be saying complete contradictions. She's literally accusing me of doing the exact same thing that she's doing. Ain't that called like gaslighting or something? But people that said I gaslight. So that gaslight shit is real Uno switch reverse card. You know how you put the reverse card down? That's like a Uno reverse card. You just talking to somebody and they say, oh, you gaslighting me. So I don't want to be perpetuating the Uno reverse card. But that's nuts that she telling me that I'm doing what she exactly doing as she telling me it. Okay, let's finish this comment. Are you trying to twist your words to fit your narrative? To make it look like you're the innocent one? Ooh, who's guilty? What is it? Does she know how in the word innocent work? RPS 205. I know you don't care about my opinion, and that's fine. Now we got to stop right there. Now, how you gonna write, I know you don't care about my opinion, and then proceed to continue to tell me your opinion? That's what I mean when I say that this could be, now, if you gonna go ahead and spend the time to tell somebody about your opinion that you know don't care about your opinion, why not use that to speak to somebody who you estranged from in your life, or like to make amends with somebody? That same energy could be used for that, and they could give you the same I don't give a fuck reaction, but at least it was something productive you used it in the effort of, as opposed to trying to say some bullshit in the comments to me. And this is me trying to be helpful. This is constructive. It should be called constructive comments, constructive commenting on the comments, or yeah. We work on the name. We get the name right for the segment. Okay. I know you don't care about my opinion, and that's fine. I won't lose any sleep, and you won't either. White fragility, that's funny. And you notice she didn't use no laughing emojis. Notice she did not use any laughing emojis when she says that's funny. She don't think that is funny. She's upset. Now I want you to go back to my comment where I said, I find it ludicrous that this is deemed harassment. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Now so you know for a fact I'm laughing. This is funny to me for real. When she says, where is that? When she says, ... that's funny, ... she not laughing. It's not funny to her. So again, more with what's that called? Denial, self-denial. White fragility. That's funny. Again, you are trying to fit people you don't even know into a quote-unquote category. I responded, Susie Johnson. No, I didn't say there were only racist people in that building. Facts. All of these comments just exemplify white fragility. Facts. You are taking time out of your day to comment on things on caps, all caps in this word, my page, which we need to understand that this is my page that they commented on. So they came looking to me. They came looking. They came in a desire to find the smoke, like the fire district, like the fire station, like Dennis Leary and Rescue Me. They came looking for the smoke. Onto my page. I'm not friends with none of these people. These people, they came looking for smoke, smelling it out. I didn't even know of your existence 24 hours ago. Facts. Facts. I didn't know these people existed 24 hours ago. Susie Johnson responded, Leslie Roth, quote, racists work inside that building, end quote, is your exact quote. I know that. We know that. Susie, we know that. Susie is 6 comments in, still telling us things that we all found out in the video. She's just now catching up what happened in the video. She went back and had to watch it again. Fragility from someone holding a cell phone, yelling through a door at a man doing his job of cleaning chalk off the sidewalk. Who exactly is fragile here? I just want to look up the word fragile real quick. Let's get the definition of fragile real quick, because this is one of the things we got to do too. Maybe I should have did that for a few other things. The definition of fragile. Okay, let's read the fragile definition. Fragile, of an object, easily broken or damaged. Another one, flimsy or insubstantial, easily destroyed. Of a person, not strong or sturdy, delicate and vulnerable. Now, I may be fragile. That may be a real thing. Now, the things that she just laid out, holding a cell phone, yelling through a door, has nothing to do with fragility. At a man doing his job of cleaning, holding the cell phone, yelling through a door at a man doing his job of cleaning chalk off the sidewalk. None of those things have anything to do with fragility. None of those things. Who exactly is fragile here? And then she followed it up with, would that be black fragility? Bold. Would that be black fragility? I don't know. Can you be descendants of slaves? Can your ancestors have had to survive the Middle Passage, survive the things that came along with the Middle Passage, then survive the worst slavery in the existence of mankind, then survived Reconstruction, or then survived multiple wars in an effort before they could gain their freedom? Because again, you got bloodlines dying out. That's the thing that people don't understand about black people neither. I think that we got to speak about that. That black bloodlines died out. African bloodlines died out. It was a set of African bloodlines that died out on the Middle Passage. A set of African bloodlines that died out through slavery. A set of African bloodlines that died out through the wars that they were involved, that black people were involved in. Because black people fought and died in every war that this country has ever taken part in. There were black bloodlines that were wiped out during Reconstruction and during Jim Crow justice and Jim Crow vigilanteism and during the times when towns like Tulsa would be destroyed from top to bottom. So even to just be black and to be able to trace your roots back to the South and to slavery and to still be in existence, there's no fragility within that. See, that's the difference between, and see, that's when we start talking about these concepts for real. That's why you got to have critical conversations, because this white woman obviously doesn't understand white fragility. See, the part of the reason that white fragility exists is because the white people as a whole, the white Americans have been coddled when it comes to the society. They have been allowed to, been told, no matter how poor you are, no matter how morally wrong you are, how many things you do, at least you ain't black. At least you not Mexican. At least you're not Puerto Rican. At least you're not Lao. At least you're not Chinese. At least you know. And these things, because based on colorism and sometimes demographic and class, these things lay up in different layers. But each thing that happens is that the lowest, and again, this is not my opinion of low, but based on what the perception of this nation is, whoever is at the very bottom of the totem pole, they always above all the people of color if they white. And so that is what that's what we talk about when we start talking about fragility. White fragility, I'm not talking about Kelly herself is this fragile person, or because Kelly is leaving these comments and responding that she's fragile. That's not what I'm saying is fragile. What I'm saying is fragile is the reason that she's engaging in that action. You see, when you think about the reason that I'm filming this man as he washing away this chalk, has nothing to do with fragility. It has actually the opposite, the 100% opposite. We've been out here for 300 days. There's nothing fragile about that. We've been arrested and came back. It's nothing fragile about that. We've been traumatized, victimized, dehumanized, stigmatized, all of these things, and we've continued to come back and we've continued to struggle. Nobody's getting paid to do these things. Nobody's getting no job advancements to do these things. These things are being done out of a desire for justice, out of a desire for change. None of those things have anything to do with fragility. This man getting paid to watch. He's on the clock as he's washing this away. He's not doing this, And again, I didn't say that he was, again, even though I do believe that part of what he's doing is engaging in white fragility, I think that the main thing that is the white fragility is these people leaving these comments about this. These people calling this harassment. That's white fragility, calling this harassment. Let's not get, and I almost made that mistake too, we can't get lost in the weeds sometimes when we start having these critical conversations, because I want to make sure we bring it back to the root of what it started off about. I brought up white fragility in the context of calling him being filmed while washing that away harassment, because what privilege it is to think that harassment is somebody doing things that they're within their rights to do. When we speak about police harassment, we're speaking about police officers pulling people over unjustly. We're speaking about police officers assaulting people unjustly. We're talking about police officers killing people unjustly. We're talking about things that are happening outside the guides of the law, but because the people doing it are employed by the law, they're allowed to do it. All right, let's get back to the comments. Let me get back to the comments so we can wrap this up. It's a little warm out here. Need to get something to drink. Would that be black fragility? Jeez, this woman is nuts. Susie Johnson. And I think this is a fake page too. Yeah, I know what my quote is. This is my response to her. Susie Johnson. Yeah, I know what my quote is, and that ain't what you said I said. Facts. Admit you were wrong. Exclamation point. She ain't want to do that. She ain't want to do none of that shit. Once them receipts came the fuck out, she ain't want nothing to do with that. You know, notice that. She switching it. My fault. I just don't like when people don't just say, okay, I was wrong about that. It wouldn't have been nothing for her to do that. Or for her to just delete all her comments and delete her page and never use social media again. I'll be okay with that too. Just don't use Facebook again. You ain't got to apologize. Just no longer use Facebook. No longer exist on social media. Okay. Yeah, I know what my quote is, and that ain't what you said I said. Admit you were wrong. He was actually not doing his job. This is outside the purview of his job description. He did this because his white fragility is bothered by the truth being told about the building he works inside. So, yeah, I did say it was white fragility, him watching it off. Okay. I die on that hill. I'll die on that hill. It is. Conversation for another day. We write down that topic. White fragility is a topic. Okay. Jaden Minnick hopped in. You really think he abandoned his other work duties because the message bothered him so much he would risk his job not to scrub them off with city-provided tools? Excuse me, let me repeat that. I butchered that sentence. You really think he abandoned his other work duties because the messages bothered him so much he would risk his job just to scrub them off with city-provided tools? Nah, absolutely not. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. No, absolutely not. I don't think this person understands our situation with the city. They think the city would, what's the word? What's up? They think the city would admonish him for doing this. No. Tom gave him a big hug the next day. Oh, we got a guy that might be the slasher. We think he might be the slasher. Hold on. Oh, damn, he just passed by. Hold on. Right there, you see him? Y'all see him? We think he might be the slasher. We think he might be the dude that's been going around slashing the memorials. Keep an eye out. You're going to keep an eye out. We're having a lot of white vigilantes, man. A lot of white vigilantes. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. And so, yeah, that's nuts. Yes, I 100% believe that he abandoned his other work just to watch that off. Not only do I believe he abandoned his other work just to watch that off, I believe that he did actually not abandon his other work. I believe he wrapped up all his other work, and right before he clocked out, he came out here with a broom and with some water and washed it away. And he thought about doing it all day. He walked out at lunch. Seeing that it said, actually, no, I think he coming in the back. He came in the back, but he walked out at lunch. Go get some Jimmy John's. You know, a lot of people be eating Jimmy John's over here. Maybe he went to go get some Sister's Thai. He walked out, stomach growling a little bit. He hungry, he a little hangry. It's a little bit warm that day. Who knows what the work conditions is like inside of there. I couldn't imagine having to fucking work underneath Kyle. He probably a asshole. Tom be wearing some of these pants that Tom wear made me think he might be I'm not, and this is not a part, this is a political analysis. These are city employees, so I'm making a political analysis that some of these people may be difficult to work with. Some of these conditions may be difficult. And so I believe that this man was hungry and hot and hangry and dealing with difficult work conditions, and he walked out and he looked down and he seen that chalk saying racist work inside. He looked up, he seen that picture of Demetrius Bennett, seen the picture of Denzel Duvant, and you ever seen the what's that movie, Inside Out? You know that one, the angry little thing that screaming and his hair all red. I think that's what happened. He walked out, that sun probably beamed at noon. The sun be high noon, it'd be beaming right here on the door. I done felt it a few times where it hit me and in my whole, so I think it probably hit him, and right there he made up his mind. When I get off work, after I'm gonna go get my Jimmy John's or my Sister's Thai, or maybe a vintage burger from Vintage. After I get my food and after I finish my work day, I'm washing that shit up. That's what he said. He probably told they walk out in groups. A lot of they walk out in groups. He probably told Richard. He was with his friend Richard. I'm washing that shit I'm washing that shit up at the end of the day. I'm tired of it, damn it. Kyle and Tom don't want to wash. I'll wash it up. I'll do it my damn self. Sometimes you gotta do things yourself sometimes, Richard. I'll take care of it tonight. They go to that food truck Tuesday, I'll take care of it. I 100% believe that's what happened. So yeah, I don't believe so. He didn't abandon his personal job duties. He finished up his job duties. He walked out the door with the broom and the mop and the water and okay. And he waited for the coast to be clear, because at the time he did it, I was back over on the side. I had to peep over and I heard him. He should have got a bigger broom. He might have got a bigger span of the stuff up. Okay. I know he went out of his way. Oh, no. My fault. I'm jumping. Nah, absolutely not. There are definitely people who would do that, but my father is not one of those people. Be mad at City. Oh, that was nuts. I ain't read these whole comments. Damn, that was a plot twist. Damn, that was a plot twist. I had never read the rest of the comments on here. Damn, that's crazy. This is just this man's family hopping on my post. Oh, this is crazy. All right, let's go through the rest of this. This is nuts. I'm the one doing the harassment. And again, I don't think he abandoned his work duties. Be mad at City Hall and whoever is the higher up calling for these cleanups, not the low-level working class city employees being told to do it. Okay, and since we here, this about not the connection. Okay, my fault. The connection was tripping. That is the same thing people would say about Nazis. That's people who are Nazis would say. Don't be mad at the Nazis that's doing the. And I'm not saying this man is a Nazi. That's not what I'm saying right now in this moment. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's a post on my page. It's a post on my page. Of a guy watching the wedding chart. My fault, Bobby. I'm not saying this man is a Nazi. That's not what I am doing right now. Do I believe that they are engaging, that they are using the same excuse that Nazis have used, some of these employees here? 100%. What up, brother? Love, be safe out here, brother. But these are the same excuses that people who are Nazis use. This is the same excuses that overseers would use. This is the same excuses that the SS would use. The same excuses that people who do drone strikes use. These are the excuses that people use all the time when they engage in these type of activities. We have to get to a place where we no longer allow people to use an excuse like that. You can say no. No means no. You can say no. You can say, no, I am ethically not going to do this. I am ethically not going to do this. That's the thing that can happen. These messages are not written on somebody's personal property or somebody's private property. That's not where these things are being written at. These things are being written on public property, on public ground. People can say, no, I'm not going to wash this away. Why do you want me to wash away justice for Demetrius Bennett? That's the thing that people don't talk about. Why do you want me to wash away something that says fuck the police? People have been saying fuck the police for 40 years. They're saying that because police are fucked up. Police murder people and with no accountability. There's multiple police officers on the Rockford being paid by the Rockford Police Department right now who are charged with sexual assault crimes. They out here paying R. Kelly. They out here paying Bill Cosby. You upset about Bill Cosby and R. Kelly and Cuba Gooding Jr. and all these other... All right. My fault. Connection issues. That probably was for the best. I was getting too deep into the wall. I'm getting too deep into the weeds. I'm getting too deep in the weeds. Okay, let's return to the comments. I've been in support of everything you've been doing since the very beginning, and I still am, but you're targeting the wrong people here. And again, we have to get this narrative has to be addressed. Nobody is targeting this man. Nobody is targeting this man. Nobody went to, and this is another thing that has been crazy that people don't think about or don't consider. We are not doing anything that has not historically been done to get any of the people, because these are all women on here speaking so far, that has not historically been done to get people rights that they exercise now. If you think that this is some type of a targeting, this is some type of attack because of the filming of city employees, do people not understand the extents that protests and demonstrations historically have happened in this nation, and the things that have resulted from those protests and demonstrations, and the movements that have become, and the shifting of the ideology and the shifting of the consciousness and the thought pattern of the society? So when people act as if the things that we are doing are this this is this great atrocity happening, this great injustice, or this great wrong happening, that we film somebody doing their job and washing chalk away. Think about that. That is what people are in these comments are upset about, us filming people washing away chalk. Not trying to argue with you at all. Like I said, I support the cause. If one of my family members was out here being racist garbage, I would be ready to hop out and flame them mercilessly without remorse, but that's not the case here. And again, we have to make sure that we are having an honest conversation. That's what's being used, and that's what he used too when he says, "I think you're the racist." Is these disingenuous conversations, these disingenuous dialogues that are happening, where people are putting their own personal beliefs onto our actions, where people are putting their own thought pattern as to why they think we are doing something or why something is happening onto our actions, instead of getting it from the horse's mouth, or instead of getting it from the source. And if you get it from the source in this video, where they are saying that, where they are defending this man because they're saying he's not racist, he was never called racist. He was never called racist. If somebody was to come right now and write kidnappers are part of the May 30th Alliance, I didn't kidnap nobody. I ain't kidnap nobody. We ain't kidnap nobody. It's not true. But see, it's that simple. You don't nobody need to defend me, and I say it all the time. Don't need to defend me in the comments. If somebody accuses me of something that is untrue, you cannot fight an accusation. You can only continue to push your character out and to engage in certain actions. Am I going to go out of my way if somebody comes with chalk and make a scene of washing away, them put in May 30th Alliance, kidnap people? No, I'm gonna film them writing that shit. Let people know that we ain't nobody kidnapped nobody. When I get a chance and I done filled up the rest of the chalky, I'm gonna ride over it. They leave, we gonna ride over your shit. That's cool. And then we cool with them washing it away. They wash it away, we put it back. I like the routine. They wash it away, we put it back. It keep it fresh. It don't ever get too old. The pictures look different. Different people come to work. It's like a different decor. They got to guess what colors they gonna use today. What sayings they gonna use today. Is it gonna be fuck the police? Is it gonna be fuck 12? Is it, sometimes people ask, what's this stand for? What's that stand for? So I'm okay with them washing it away. I don't know. But again, these things, the hell, they selling paintings. People walking out with paintings and shit in this motherfucker. But again, if this man is not racist, this has nothing to do with him. The same way if somebody writes May 30th Alliance is kidnapping people, this has nothing to do. I'm not kidnapping nobody. I don't know. That's probably not the best metaphor, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. My response to that, and I do want to say this. Didn't know this was his daughter when I responded. But I didn't say nothing. And the same thing with his wife or his girlfriend or whatever. Nobody said nothing disrespectful to these people. Just like didn't nobody say nothing disrespectful to this man. But we gonna go through these comments though. My response. You are obviously trying to argue because you left a comment on a post in the middle of an argument. And I will say this. I'm one of those people that say, when I'm having a conversation, if we having, separate sides, it's not an argument. We're not arguing. It's not a debate. But there are times when you arguing with people. In these comments, I'm arguing with they ass in these comments. We not having a dialogue or no conversation. They came looking for smoke. So I provided the smoke. Again, in a completely philosophical, ideological comment and type of way. I'm not talking about any type of violence. I'm not talking about any type of threatening. I'm not talking about any of those things. I know how, again, these false narratives are like to be created. But people came looking for social media smoke, so I responded in kind to that. Again, I'm not on somebody else's page. These are all people on my page who I'm not friends with any of these people. They came to my page. You obviously are trying to argue because you left a comment on a post in the middle of an argument. I know he went out of his way because they have a pattern and a method of washing the chalk when it's a directive and another set when it's a personal decision. They're not going to admonish him or fire him for washing the chalk away, but it is not in his job description. He did it of his own desire. Jaden Minnick, response to Susie Johnson. Also, Susie Johnson, using the term black fragility is super sketchy. And then she says, Jaden responds again, nah, really, I'm not trying to argue at all. Again, in the midst of an argument, this is being said. Nah, really, I'm not trying to argue at all. Like I said, I support everything you're fighting for. I harbor zero ill will towards you personally, even though I disagree with this situation in particular. I'm just saying it's not the case. And again, we have to continue to emphasize this because I find myself in the midst of dealing with what I believe is some type of character assassination in a manner because things are being attributed to me that I never said or never acted upon. But here, when this says that there's no ill will harbored towards me, I don't have no ill will either. I never at one point in this post even said or did any of the things that they are speaking of me saying or speaking of me doing. This is, again, a false narrative being uttered. So when this harbor zero ill will towards me personally, even though they disagree with this situation in particular is brought up, I don't know what my man's rolled the window down. They want to listen and shit. That's why I ain't say nothing else. I was damn near talking in circles waiting for his light to turn green. I don't know if that was, you don't be knowing that people supportive or what. You don't know what people be on. You get the fruit of Islam up here on their ass. I don't think I should. That's a joke. All right. I'm just saying it's not the case. Okay. My response back to that was, notice you didn't address the evidence given to why he actually did go outside of his job description to do this. Good night. And then I used the LeBron gif, when he get up and leave, when he, I don't know. I'll reenact it for anybody who ain't seen it. I'm just going to reenact the gif. Hold on. Let me see. This bag will work. Hold on. Let me play the gif. I want to see it one more time before I reenact it. Okay, just want to make sure you get a good description of the comments. I want to make sure that we on the same page. So I put that GIF up, and then I was done. I left for the night. I left for the comment. I left for the day. No more comments. I was done, and I stuck to that. I did not respond back. Oh damn, I did respond back. No, damn, I put that GIF up and did all that just to respond back. Oh, they got me. They pull you back in. How would Michael Corleone say on the second one? Just when I thought I was out there. Pull me back in. Okay, let me try. I think that might be the first. I don't know. Susie Johnson says, Leslie Roth, I admit that I made a mistake and misquoted you the first time. Oh, so she did admit. I forgot about these last two comments. See, now right there, you shouldn't even say nothing else. For real, that's where you should end it at, on some real. I would respect that. Again, you were talking to a city employee inside of the building where you say racist work. I again am amazed the insight you have of why he was doing what he was. Parentheses, hint, maybe I have an inside source. I would assume that it's him, since everybody on here is related to him in some way. You're connected to him in some way. So I do believe you have an inside him. I believe you know him. Hint, maybe I have an inside source. She thinks she Adam Schefter? She Adrian Wojnarowski? You got an inside source. She Chris Broussard? She got an inside source. Have you ever thought that employees have been instructed to avoid confrontation with you? Then why would he come out here and watch the? Listen to this. Listen to the contradictions that's being made. These are the contradictions that's being made. First thing that they saying is that it's his job description to come out and to watch the chalk away. And then the next thing that they're proposing is that he is being told to avoid any type of confrontation. Now, watching the chalk away is recorded as to leading to some type of interaction. Now, the word confrontation being used, see, that's another one of them decisive words where people use, because confrontation to me is not a negative thing, or confrontation to me is not a violent thing, or anything that needs to be deemed as being harmful. I don't believe that. I believe that you can have productive confrontations. I actually believe that certain things within life cannot be accomplished without confrontation. Adversity is part of confrontation. So in my beliefs with those things, confrontation is not a bad thing or a negative thing. So someone could say that each time that somebody washes the chalk away, there is a confrontation. Each time someone tears the memorials down, there is a confrontation. So if city employees have been told to avoid confrontation, that will go directly against him coming out and washing the chalk away, which is recorded to have led to confrontations. So even within this, where they started off by admitting to being wrong, they dig back into this hole of double talk and and again, I don't know if this is irony. I don't know, because sometimes this is what has happened with a lot of these things too. Is as time passes, some of these things become funny, and and so I don't know if maybe they trying to be ironic that they saying some of these things, but and then here we go. It's obvious by his reaction when he stopped. When approached by you and went back inside, a place where you are not allowed to follow. Okay, and so again, in that moment, City Hall was closed, so I could not go into City Hall because City Hall was closed. I have the full right to go into City Hall. I walk into City Hall right now if I want to. The illegal and unjust ban that was put on us by the racist people who work inside of City Hall, who put the ban on us for racist reasons, who tore down these memorials for racist reasons, who have engaged in racist activities for the past umpteen months that we've been out here. That ban that they put, that bullshit ban that they put, that is over with. That's done. Oh, I think that's one of these crooked ass cops that just went by. That's done. So I do have the right to go within there. So this whole comment is just filled with misinformation and with ignorance and with somebody sees. This is what happened when people be at home talking and pumping their chest. See, it's obvious that, I don't know, maybe it's pillow talk or I don't know what type of talk it is, but it's obvious somebody is talking to her and pumping her up with shit that's untrue. Got her out here feeling like she informed. She thinks she Rachel Maddow. Who Rachel Maddow? That's she on CNN, right? She thinks she Nancy Grace reporting shit, breaking news. Maybe I have an inside story. Have you ever thought that an employee Have you ever thought that employee? Okay, I went through that. It's obvious by his reaction when he It's obvious by his reaction when he stopped, when approached by you and went back inside, a place where you are not allowed to follow. Lies. Also, don't be surprised when the city has had enough and you are charged and given the bill for all the cleanup they have done. How could I be surprised if you just told me? You just told me that you just gave me the spoiler alert. How you gonna give me the spoiler alert and say don't be surprised? How you gonna do that? How you gonna? I was gonna give a spoiler. What's something I can give a spoiler on that most people done seen? What can I give a spoiler on that most people done seen? I don't want to do that. People don't like spoilers. Don't give spoilers. Yeah, how she gonna give a spoiler? How she just gonna give this spoiler alert? I did want to be surprised. You just gonna give me a spoiler and tell me that they gonna do this? How you just gonna spoil the surprise like that? Huh? How you just gonna tell somebody right before they start watching Transformers 2 Optimus Prime die? Somebody did that to me too. That's why I thought. How you gonna tell somebody right before they watch the third Dark Knight Rises, Ra's al Ghul daughter is the villain? How you just gonna give that spoiler away and then say don't be surprised? Huh? I can't be surprised now. You just spoiled it for me. Also, don't be surprised when the city had enough and you are charged and given the bill for all the cleanup they have done. Now think about this. Giving me the bill for the cleanup that they have done. Do they not know that they already done gave us bills for these memorials that's up and the hundreds of thousands of dollars? Look like a D-League basketball contract. They look like an advance for a record label. That's how much money that they want from us. They want hundreds of thousands of dollars. They want a record label advance in money for putting up memorials. How much they think that they ain't charging us more to wash away the chalk than they charging for the memorials? And they choosing to spend money to wash away the chalk. The earth is wash away the chalk all by itself, and the earth do a better job. It's coming. ... Okay, I'll be here, Susie. Susie Wojnarowski. Okay, my response. I don't give a fuck about no bill. Facts, I don't give a fuck about. I want that. That's it. I don't give a fuck about the bill. I don't give a fuck about this bullshit ass money that they think that they have some type of right to. They think that they get. You think I'm finna pay these motherfuckers to wash up this chalk? Are you out of your mind? Pay these motherfuckers to tear down memorials? Are you out of your mind? Susie Wojnarowski. I don't care about you having an inside source either. What are you, Adam Schefter? 3 laughing emojis. I laughed hard. 3 laughing emojis. That's how you know I'm really laughing about this shit. Really funny to me. The shit that they doing. They serious about this bullshit, and that's part of the reason why it's funny. Is because they serious about this bullshit. A lot of things are obvious by his reaction, and I can walk inside of City Hall whenever the Sam Hell I want. I liked how I used that. I don't think I ever used Sam Hell in a sentence before. I think that's how you use it. I choose not to because it does not behoove me to. A lot of things are coming for this city as well, and I will enjoy those things happening a lot more than you will enjoy your imaginary bill that caps never will be paid. And that is a fact. That is a fact. That was the end of that. I should have put a GIF. I should have put a GIF at the end. That would have been a good place to put a GIF. I should have put the LeBron GIF again. Damn, that was longer than I thought. I thought that was going to be like a 15, 20-minute thing. I don't actually know how long it was, but it felt like it was about 35, 45 minutes. I don't want to... Oh, no. I think we do a little bonus. Let's do a bonus thing. And then we gonna wrap this up, and I end it the way we end all these. But one of the things that I have been noticing is there has been there was some people standing around earlier. I don't know what the reasons they was watching for. I sure was like, I ain't about to acknowledge your presence. The Rockford Police Department has been doing a real heavy press, PR press on their Facebook page. I don't know if that's like a Randy Burke thing or whatever that's going on, but people gotta stop letting their kids take pictures with the police, man. These police officers is gonna lock they black ass up the moment they get a chance to. They gonna engage in injustice against them the moment they get a chance to. They're gonna engage in all the same shit that they did to the generations before. Before these children, they're gonna do the same things to these children. Only thing that you're doing is making sure that they know their name before they ever have to get their ID or ask for it. I guess that's not really no bonus comment type thing. I just feel the need to say that. People out here taking pictures with the police. Adult male, adult black people taking pictures with the police. It's really sad, and our ancestors is rolling over in their grave. Harriet Tubman rolling over in her fucking grave every time y'all do that. It's disgusting. Same thing for the people that's out here taking pictures with the mayor, Malcolm X, rolling over in his fucking grave every time y'all do that. Ancestors rolling over in their fucking grave every time y'all take these pictures with these racist ass white men. But there it is. I think this was oh no. I was wondering. I thought that was a detractor. I thought it was a detractor. It's not a detractor. It's one of us. It was a friendly person standing off to the side. Okay, I'm gonna end this the way we end the rest of them. Wait. They just put out the candidates for the police and fire, the finalists for police and fire. We will address that. We're gonna take some time. We're taking some time. We will address that though. City Market tomorrow. Come out to protest City Market. Do not come out to participate in City Market. Fuck City Market. Fuck City Market. City Market is racist. I don't care that you have a good time drinking with your friends. It's racist. People had a good time drinking at lynch mobs where they hung children and teenagers and burnt black people at the stake. People had a good time doing that. I don't care that you like the food that's being served there, that's being cooked there. People like the food that was being served inside the plantations when they went inside or being served inside the home of the plantations that the slave owners was making. All these things that y'all give for y'all reasons of going to City Market is all horse shit. It's all horse shit. It's horse shit. It's bullshit. It's not Lollapalooza down there. It ain't Rolling Loud down there. If you so desperate to have to do something that you are going and being with them racist act, because that is the majority of the people who go down and buy food and go to City Market are racist. We proved that shit last year. We proved it last year. If you need to go back and listen to the people yelling racial epithets or racial slurs when people being arrested, be my guest. But it's been proven, so that it's no longer a theory. It's no longer a theory. It's whatever it is after the theory. So fuck City Market. The people at City Market weaponized the police. A minimum of three underage people were pepper sprayed on the watch of Kathy McDermott and the people at City Market. Multiple people were falsely arrested. 33 people were falsely arrested for walking in a crosswalk, for exercising their freedom of speech. So fuck City Market. Fuck, if you are supporting City Market, it's fuck you too. All of those things, if you are continuing to build up the brand of City Market, yes, we are no longer in a place where we can have these neutral grounds when it comes to issues of police terrorism, mass incarceration, and racial injustice. Kathy McDermott engages in police terrorism, mass incarceration, and racial injustice. She weaponized the police against people. She had people falsely arrested, falsely assaulted. Tom McNamara, Todd Cagnoni, all of these people, and now this crooked, racist Winnebago County State's Attorney Jay Henley is picking up where the House Negro Marilyn Height Ross left off at and trying to persecute people for using their freedom of speech and their rights to assemble. Fuck everything that has to do with City Market. Fuck City Market. So if you're going out Friday, go out to protest City Market. Do not go out to eat or drink or dine or enjoy the event. Okay, what else? Food Truck Tuesdays, we're still doing that weekly. We're still outside of City Hall on a regular basis. The occupation is still continuing. We are always trying to engage in dialogue with people, have conversations with people. If you want to know more information, more things that you can do to help, come down to City Hall. We have some new pamphlets that we are in the process of creating that should be out soon. We're continuing to put content out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all these different social media platforms. So continue to go to the social media platforms, and we're going to wrap this up with the justice for Demetrius Bennett, justice for Logan Bell, justice for Kerry Blake, justice for Geno Washington, justice for Mark Barmore, justice for Jovan Fresco, justice for Philip Johnson, justice for Jasper Banks, justice for Suzette Babler, justice for Faustin Guaitigo, justice for Shannon Graves, justice for Eddie Patterson, justice for Lil Mike Sago, justice for Joseph McCormick, and justice for Mikey Guzman. We outside.